G'day everyone, hope you're well. Right, I'm going to have a look at something that I've never looked at, and it's Hasegawa's A-7D Corsair 2. This is a second-hand kit. I picked it up on Facebook Marketplace. I think you'd be pressed to find one of these in a shop in Australia. I only see them on eBay in international countries, so it's not a kit you can easily get as far as I'm aware in Australia. Like I said, I've never seen the kit, never built it. I've built 4 or 5 of the Hobby Boss ones, which I think is a fantastic kit. The Hobby Boss kit is around 50 Australian dollars. Some of them are 40 and some are around 50, a couple a bit dearer. They do about 5 or 6 versions, I think. This kit, as I said, I can't find it in Australia, so minimum 80 Australian dollars up. I know the major difference is this kit you can fold the wings, whereas the Hobby Horse ones you can't, but otherwise we'll have a look and see what's in the kit. As mentioned, this is second hand, but it still hasn't been opened or anything. This particular, that box art, so this is from '87. That was the first one they released, and then they re-released it in 2010, so I'm guessing this kit I have here is probably from then, I would imagine. Hobby Boss's A7s are from 2009, that's when they started making theirs. Alrighty, so colour callouts are in Mr. Hobby and Mr. Colour, your aqueous or acrylic and lacquer paints. Looks like we have a pilot, but the usual thing, hands on laps. I don't know why they bother. Alright, so starting with the cockpit tub, seat. It's quite busy, small boxes, lots going on there. Instrument panel, intake and the wheel well. It's a straight up, I'm seeing it's similar to the Hobby Boss one, which I would imagine Hobby Boss probably copied these guys to some extent, I guess. So already step 2, you're closing up the fuselage halves. You need to drill some holes for pylons on the sides and in-flight refueling mounts, I think. So you got a basic engine nozzle. Got parts going on the rear end. You got the underside. You got some plates that go on the belly. All right. What are we saying? A-7D. Same. Hobby Boss have done the same, so this is what I'm saying, they've probably copied. You got all your electronics bays, which the kit is meant to be displayed that way. If you don't want to, you have to cut the tabs off to close the doors. Personally, I don't mind it, but I built it both ways. Like the one I built earlier this year, I closed it up, but sometimes it's just nice to look at a model just closed up and you can see all the lines of the aircraft and that, but you have the detail there as well. So nose gear, so you got the option, it's on the arrestor hook, not arrestor hook, sorry, the catapult ready to go, or the catapult mechanisms up, stowed. Rear gear looks very familiar, as same as the Hobby Boss by the looks of it. Oh yeah, bits and bobs going underneath. Chaff buckets by the look of it, and your arrestor hook, sensors and whatnot. So this was where you're drilling holes earlier for sidewinder mounts on pylons on the side of the fuselage. this will be different because this is a your wings are option with the fold. This is pretty much why I bought this kit. I've never done the A7 with the wings folded, and I wanted to build a Hasegawa kit of the A7. It's one of my favourite aircraft from a favourite era of high vis. So you get two parts for the leading edge slats, the flaps going in, then you got the outer wingtips, and then the option, you can have it in flight position or wings folded. Canopy, you have a canopy frame with the clear part that sits into it, or no, sorry, an internal frame that goes up into the clear part by the looks of it. And then option open close. Drop tanks. So, and your triple ejection rack and your pylons. But I don't think, other than those two sidewinders, you do not get any weapons, whereas the Hobby Boss kit is loaded with them. Okay, so we get to there. That concludes our US Navy A-7E, and then we start again if you're doing the A-7D, the US Air Force version, which I don't know what that's different. Sensor or whatever is on the nose there by the looks of it. So it's going to be pretty much the same, I think. Wings folded option again for the Air Force one. Did they fold their wings up in the Air Force? Did they need to? I suppose they could, but... And... there you go. Oh, and your leading edges, your slats can be drooped by the looks of it, or neutral. So instructions are very busy in some areas and small graphics, so it's a lot going on. Alright. They do give you a diagram of what your pylons and what weapons were stowed on them or put on them, which is good, but you'll have to buy some aftermarket weapons. Or if you've built the Hobby Boss ones, you've probably got a whole heap of spares. So we got the what have we got for markings? So we got the Navy one, nice high vis, Signia white with the grey on top. Marauders, BA-82, US Navy. We got the Air Force one. Alright, 4450, so 4450th. TG, US Air Force. No idea on that one. I have built one, as if that's the two-tone grey. I've built the Hobby Boss one on that. And another Navy one, which is low vis scheme. The Valiant's VA-15, US Navy. This is the decal sheet. I wouldn't imagine there's any problems. It's Hasegawa. That should be good to go. There's no instrument panel decal. Right, I'm just going to start with the one on top, which will be drop tanks. There we go. So they are recessed panel irons, which is pretty good going for 87. Your wheels have got ejection pin marks and they're recessed, so that's painful. But I would be straight away, I'll be getting resin wheels, but they are one piece, which they could do that in 87. Why don't we do it now? And so you got recessed and raised on the drop tanks. Your seat is very basic. Triple ejection rack and your sidewinder. Looks alright. There's two of them, and that was, looks like part of the back of the seat. Bit of flash. Alright. So no center seam line. Again, we can do it in 87. Why can't we do it now? And a bit of flash though on it. It's clear, but it's not Trumpeter Hobby Boss clear. It probably need a dip. The windscreen looks a bit better than the canopy. You got, you know, navigation lights and lights for gear maybe. A bit of flash on some of that. I'll just sit that there. You got photo etch, which were along the side of the fuselage, I think, for them. I won't get them out. Alright. Alright, so yeah, gear door. Oh, sorry, I think they're the electronic bay doors. No ejection pin marks on them. That's good. There's the instrument panel, so there's no decal. You've got raised detail, but it's pretty basic. But again, it is 87, same as your side panels. They if you're going to use them, the buttons are very small, it'll be hard to paint them in. Your nose gear, combing. Alright. So your leading edge control surfaces, flaps are one piece, but your leading edges are two. And our center section of the wing, so it's got recessed again. Your mechanisms, the internals of the wing fold. Oh, come here. Now we got a, what's that one, a pod of some sort. So these were to go with these along the fuselage. Your chaff buckets, pods. Another, so you got another instrument panel. That might be one of the differences as well, navy and Air Force. So, alright, wingtips, the horizontal stabilizers are one piece. Pylons all got recessed details. There's your pilot. No, he's got his hand on the throttle, and you can. Oh, he is flying. The instructions look like he was just sitting there doing nothing like a peanut. Alright, and the main sprue with the fuselage, so looks nice. The details on it recessed. Like I mentioned, the Hobby Boss one's got all this going on as well. I don't know if it's exactly the same, but it's got ear internals, and I think the Hobby Boss one you actually got to glue parts into the wheelbase, whereas this one looks like a lot of it's molded in. Intake is the same setup. It's got, you can't see through, it's blanked at the back, and it's got ejection pins, which is pretty normal for a kit. Gear doors. Why? Gear doors have got the ejection pin marks in them, and it's raised detail, so when you clean them up, you're going to take out those raised rivets, but you can just go over it with a rivet wheel. Not that you really see it anyway, I guess, but it's just, I don't know, frustrating. They did those other doors without it, why can they do it there? And your engine is just of the era, very basic. Actually, to be fair, Hobby Boss one's no better, I don't think. And you got the bulkhead behind the pilot frame. You got another seat there, so again, I don't know if they were different for Navy and Air Force. And your nose gear's got ejection, that's a recessed one there, and that's raised, but I'm not sure if that's a ejection pin or it's part of the aircraft. But it looks alright, like I said, 87, looks pretty good for then, I guess. So, there you go. I won't be building this for a while, I wouldn't imagine. This is something that I'll be getting aftermarket for to improve it. As you saw, a lot of it's pretty basic. Res Kit make heaps of gear for this thing. So they favour this one over the Hobby Boss one, because I think they make more for the Hasegawa one than they do Hobby Boss. I think, is it Erga Cannell built one? He did. I don't think he was left with much of the original kit. He can get all the intake, trunking, goes right through the gear bay and everything, but it cost you a small fortune. Anyway, there you go. Look at a classic kit, I guess you would say. Most of you have probably seen it. I never have, and now I have. So I'll do the still photos to add at the end. Thanks for watching.